Alright, so I've seen you chosen the dark side to DBD. The holy relic of fog tools. The old dirty scary. The flashlight. You've seen your teammates or content creators use flashlights like it's a new appendage connected to their body. And their aiming is impeccable. But when you whip out the old tool of Satan himself,
everything is the devil to you, mama!
To give him the old ultimate lumen laser beam to your favorite killer's retinas, you just end up shining the sky, signaling for Batman, or shining the ground to light up your scratch marks even more for the killer to find you. It seems impossible, but trust, there is a way, and I'ma help you with that. I'm not saying I'm no professional, but if you were like me and didn't find any other videos too helpful, maybe this will help, as I would love to teach you what I've learned so far in the trenches of DBD warfare. It's very, very simple. Use your right shoulder as your crosshairs. I'd recommend walking up to a wall and figuring out where the light is pointing to get a good judgment where the flashlight points in tango with your camera. Now your flash isn't going to be exactly where your shoulder is pointing, maybe a little under, but it's very, very close. Get the feeling of using it for aiming? Soon enough, it'll become second nature, and you'll be shining away, my friend. Now that you got the hang of how aiming works with the lumens, I suggest the survivor saves as the safest route to figuring out how to burn the killer's retinas into another dimension. With this comes timing and aiming, both in which I'm going to teach you in this little video, hopefully. So now that we have aiming down a tad bit, and we see that juicy pickup save in sight, and you're feeling eager as hell to get it, but we gotta wait to get that timing down. Oh, we have to wait.
No!
You don't want to blind as soon as that killer picks. No. You gotta wait till about waist height on the pickup. And then you whip out the old dirty scary straight to his retinas. But be sure to have the angles as well. Certain angles you won't be able to get the save. You want the most straight, direct angle you can possibly get. Too far off and you'll just be standing there awkwardly blinding the side of his head as if you were inspecting for earwax to fall out. I find the pickup save the safest route for the first time users, because if you get the save, both you and the homie you save scatter, and more than likely, the killer will continue to chase the survivor you just saved. If you don't get the save, the killer just continues on the hook with just a little blind in his eyes, and it gives you the chance to hide or do whatever you were doing. The killer might come back for you if you get the save, but that's the price you pay for trying to light him up like a Christmas tree. So, now you're balls deep in a chase, but you still got that flashlight on deck. We're going to go ahead and find ourselves a nice pallet to stand behind. If you have to loop a little, do your best. If you can't loop, I'd suggest pre-dropping, and hopefully that killer immediately goes for the break. If he does go for the break, wait till you see the braking animation, and use the aiming you learned for those retinas, baby. I find this a little more dangerous than the flash save, because if you miss the blind, you're giving the killer time to break the pallet and gain distance to you. On the other hand, if you get the blind, this could potentially give you just a little more time to get to the other pallet. Now, we can also try to achieve a chain blind, where we blind the killer over and over until we can't, which could be considered bullying, but remember, we are danger.
I am the danger.
For myself, after this initial blind, I'll wait just a second until I give them the second coming of Jesus. Maybe third or fourth. Again, timing is crucial in this game. But gaining distance is really the big hope. The longer we can keep the killer busy, the longer your homies have to finish some gens. Now, I got different builds for each of the different flashlights in DBD. Right now, we got 3 different types of flashlights, and I'm just going to go off color to make it a little easier. First, my personal favorite, the purple beamer. Barney's demise, if you would. With this flashlight alone, you get 12 seconds of use, increased brightness of 30%, increased blindness duration of 15%, and reduced aim accuracy of 20%. Now, I don't think the aim accuracy really does much but stabilize your flashlight while blinding, so this doesn't really affect us, but this light alone, without add-ons, is truly a king. My favorite add-ons for the purple are usually the ivory bulb with the purple scope, so I can deliver a heavy blind while also adding range to my beam, so I'm able to pull off some sniper saves. The green flashlight, or the green hornet, has 8 seconds of use, increased aim accuracy by 20%, and reduced depletion of 11%. Still, a great flashlight if you don't have any Barneys in stock. I like to run the green bulb with the green battery on the green hornet. Cash money lumens, all green, baby. The battery adds an extra 6 seconds of life, with the green bulb adds just that little more stun duration to gain a little more distance during chase or save. The yellow flashlight, or the OG, strictly has 8 seconds of use. Not the best out there, but it'll stop the demons. With the yellow, I try to run yellow battery and the focus lens. It's like a mini version of the green hornet and the Barney, and it doesn't hurt too bad to lose if you happen to die in that match. Of course, I can't leave out the special event lumens, like the Masquerade or the Halloween flashlight. Mainly just OG flashlights with a little surprise in the mix. Either confetti shooting out or a spooky lens, they just a lot of fun to blind with. Not too powerful, but definitely tickles my fancy when I get a save. And confetti shoots out like I got the golden buzzer on AGT. These are just my favorite preferences of flashlight builds. I'd recommend messing around with different builds to find your favorite. There's so many choices. You'll definitely find your lumen build in no time. Flashlights chosen. Add-ons acquired. Now, if you're trying to find a build with perks to mingle good with your flashy you just crafted from the depths of hell,
Trick or treat, mother.
you're in luck. There's a couple good perks to mesh while using your lumens. My personal favorites are Champion of Light, Residual Manifest, Fixated, Background Player, Built to Last, and Streetwise. Champion of Light and Fixated are like a match made in heaven, with Fixated making you walk up to 20% faster, and Champion of Light gives you 50% haste while shining, making you faster than Flash while you're shining a flashlight. It's beautiful. Residual makes the killer's auras go away. Background Player makes you haul ass on the pickup. Built to Last gives you almost infinite flashy. And Streetwise consumes less of your battery life. While there's many more perks out there I didn't list, these are some that I prefer to use, and feel free to mess around with other perks. You never know what you could put together, you mad scientist you.
It's alive! It's alive! It's alive!
You want to know now. Stank. Some killers don't have eyes. Where do I blind them? Well, it's easy money. Let's take Pyramid Head for example. He's just got a big ass piece of metal on his head. Where do you blind? Just imagine a tiny head inside that nacho of his, and his little eyeballs will be right where you imagine. The Xeno Kitty could also be tough, but as long as you're aiming for the little nose area, you're pretty much in the money. Ripley would be real proud of you. Chucky seems to be a little different. While he's running around, blind his little doll retinas. If he's picking up a survivor, blind the doll, or you can blind the shadowy figure picking him up. I usually just aim for the doll itself, because I don't trust no shady character, you know what I mean?
It's an urban legend that never happened.
But every other killer is pretty standard. Just the height differences between the killers the only issue you really got to worry about. I've probably missed out on a lot of stuff to go over, but this is Stanks' guide to flashlights, so take it with a grain of spit. Hey, I was a toolbox addict before I learned how to use a flashlight, and now I've never put one down. and I still miss saves time to time. It happens. So don't get down on yourself if you're not getting it right away. You will. I believe in you.
Hey, come on, baby! Come on! Yes! Come on!
But once you get those saves under your belt, you'll definitely feel a lot more comfortable. I have faith you'll become a terror with the torch in no time. I just wanted to make this video to maybe help people understand how flashlights work from my point of view. I appreciate you if you made it till the end. Until next time, my homies.